Good afternoon. This is Akashwani and I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches several development projects worth over 6,400 crore rupees from Srinagar. Asserts development of Jammu and Kashmir is top priority of the government. India and US call for bringing perpetrators of 26/11 and Pathankot terrorist attacks to justice. Delhi court summons Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on 16th of March in alleged Delhi liquor policy money laundering case. In WPL Cricket, UP Warriorz to take on Mumbai Indians in Delhi this evening. And in French Open Badminton, Indian shuttlers to play pre-quarterfinals matches in Paris today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched and dedicated to the nation several development projects worth over 6,400 crore rupees during Vikasit Bharat Viksit Jammu and Kashmir program at Bakshi Stadium in Srinagar today. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister asserted that development of Jammu and Kashmir is the top priority of his government.
मोदी प्यार के इस कर्ज को चुकाने में कोई कोर कसर नहीं छोड़ेगा और मैं 2014 के बाद जब भी आया मैंने यही कहा मैं ये मेहनत आपका दिल जीतने के लिए कर रहा हूं और मैं दिनों दिन देख रहा हूं कि मैं आपका दिल जीतने की दिशा में सही दिशा में जा रहा हूं आपका दिल मैं जीत पाया हूं और ज्यादा जीतने की कोशिश मेरी जारी रहेगी और ये मोदी की गारंटी है.
Prime Minister Modi added that the new Jammu and Kashmir has the courage to overcome any challenge and this was long awaited.
आज हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं. ये वो नया जम्मू कश्मीर है जिसका इंतजार हम सभी को कई दशकों से था. ये वो नया जम्मू कश्मीर है जिसके लिए डॉक्टर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने बलिदान दिया था. इस नए जम्मू कश्मीर की आंखों में भविष्य की चमक है. इस नए जम्मू कश्मीर के इरादों में चुनौतियों को पार करने का हौसला है. आपके इन मुस्कुराते चेहरे देश देख रहा है और आज 140 करोड़ देशवासी सुकून महसूस कर रहे हैं.
Expressing delight over his visit to the Union Territory, the Prime Minister said the feeling of coming to the heaven on earth is beyond words. The Prime Minister also interacted with beneficiaries of various government schemes, including women achievers, Lakhpati Didis, farmers and entrepreneurs. He also interacted with a group of women who have set up a bakery unit with the support of the government and are running the business successfully. Mr. Modi appreciated the beneficiaries for their efforts and said that his government is always ready to support the ideas of the youth of the country and is always ready to give boost to the startups.
विकास से जुड़ी कई परियोजनाओं के शिलान्यास और लोकार्पण का सौभाग्य मिला है. किसानों के लिए कृषि क्षेत्र से जुड़ी योजना भी समर्पित की गई है. 1000 युवाओं को सरकारी नौकरी के नियुक्ति पत्र भी दिए गए हैं. विकास की शक्ति, पर्यटन की संभावनाएं, किसानों का सामर्थ्य और जम्मू कश्मीर के युवाओं का नेतृत्व, विकसित जम्मू कश्मीर के निर्माण का रास्ता यहीं से निकलने वाला है.
During the program, the Prime Minister dedicated to the nation holistic agriculture development program of about 5,000 crore rupees for boosting agri-economy in the Union Territory. He also dedicated to the nation and launched multiple projects related to the tourism sector worth more than 1,400 crore rupees under Swadesh Darshan and Prashad, that is, Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive scheme. The Prime Minister also launched about 43 projects that will develop a wide range of pilgrimage and tourist sites across the country. Dekho Apna Desh People's Choice 2024 and Chalo India Global Diaspora campaign will also be launched. A massive crowd of men, women and children had gathered at the venue to welcome the Prime Minister. Mr. Modi is on a day-long visit to the Union Territory. India and the United States have called for bringing to justice the perpetrators of the 26/11 Mumbai and Pathankot terrorist attacks. The two countries asserted that terrorism remains a serious threat to international peace and security. Both countries also called for concerted action against all terrorist groups, including those 1,267 sanctions committee proscribed by the United Nations Security Council, such as Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. The Ministry of External Affairs said India and the United States held the 20th meeting of the US-India Counter-Terrorism Joint Working Group and the 6th Designations Dialogue in Washington, D.C. yesterday. During the meeting, India and the US reviewed the emerging threats and tactics in terrorism, including the use of the Internet and new and emerging technologies for terrorist purposes. The two countries also discussed issues related to the international movement of terrorists, terrorist recruitment, the financing of terrorist activities, and radicalization to violence and violent extremism. In a joint statement, the two sides expressed their commitment for information sharing, capacity building, and continued bilateral and multilateral efforts to address these threats. Union IT and Communications Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has said the government's focus in the next 5 years will be on manufacturing, as it has a huge employment potential. The minister was addressing the gathering after inaugurating the Viksit Bharat Strategy Room and Niti for States platform program at New Delhi today. He said the country used to import 98% of mobile phones 10 years back, and today it is manufacturing and exporting 99% of the mobile phones. During the event, the minister also launched Samarth training modules, which will be backed by testing mechanisms to certify the competency of district and block level officials. Meanwhile, Niti Aayog CEO BVR Subramaniam said Niti for States platform is one of the vital programs which will play a fundamental role in hand-holding states. Ports, Shipping and Waterways Secretary T.K. Ramachandran today said that India will have 100% efficient green ports in the next 5 years. Addressing the Green Shipping and Ports Conclave in New Delhi, Mr. Ramachandran said the ministry is open to ideas from global research, public and private sectors to achieve this goal. Mr. Ramachandran said the government is also exploring hydrogen as a viable fuel alternative.
One more thing is we are only committed to green hydrogen. So there are a lot of people who talk.
This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. A Delhi court today issued fresh summons to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal following the second complaint by the Enforcement Directorate or ED for reportedly not cooperating in the money laundering case related to the alleged liquor policy scam. The court directed the Aam Aadmi Party national convener to appear before it on the 16th of this month. Yesterday, the central agency had filed a complaint before the Rose Avenue Court seeking prosecution of the AAP leader for skipping multiple summons issued by the ED in connection with the alleged Delhi excise policy scam. Tripura's main opposition party, Tripura Motha, joined Bharatiya Janata Party BJP-led government in the state. 2 MLAs of Tripura Motha were administered the oath of office and secrecy by Governor Indrasen Reddy Nallu today. The BJP has coalition government with the Indigenous People's Front of Tripura, IPFT, in the northeastern state. Tripura Motha is the second regional party after IPFT to form an alliance with the BJP in the state. Tripura Motha has 13 MLAs in 60-member assembly. The 2 legislators who were sworn in as the ministers are Animesh Debabarma and Brikshaketu Debabarma. Earlier in the day, Animesh Debabarma resigned from the post of Leader of Opposition in the Legislative Assembly. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 2-day visit to Assam beginning tomorrow. During his visit, Mr. Modi will unveil several projects worth 18,000 crore rupees from the state. The Prime Minister will reach Tezpur Airport in Sonitpur district and visit the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve in the evening. On Sunday, the Prime Minister will undertake a safari inside the park and then leave for Arunachal Pradesh to attend a series of programs. After attending events at Arunachal Pradesh, the Prime Minister will return to Jorhat in Assam. He will address a public meeting in Jorhat and will virtually launch several projects worth 18,000 crore rupees. President Dwani Murmu has described Sanskrit language as Deshwani, the language of the nation. Addressing the first convocation of the Central Sanskrit University in New Delhi today, she said, Indian cultural heritage is preserved in Sanskrit language. Many Indian languages have been enriched by Sanskrit words and they are flourishing in different parts of the country.
हमारे विशाल भूखंड की विविधताओं को एकता के सूत्रों में पिरोता है। संस्कृत के शब्द भंडार से अनेक भारतीय भाषाओं को शक्ति मिली है और ये भाषाएं विभिन्न क्षेत्रों और राज्यों में फलती फूलती आगे बढ़ रही है। संस्कृत उन सभी भाषाओं की एकात्मता का आधार भी है और प्रमाण भी है। संस्कृत की इसी विशेषता के कारण हमारी संविधान निर्माताओं ने अनुच्छेद 351 में हिंदी भाषा के विकास के लिए निर्देश देते हुए ये प्रावधान किया है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा हिंदी के शब्द भंडार के लिए मुख्यतः संस्कृत से शब्द ग्रहण किए जाए।
The President said a Ram Katha written in Sanskrit is the cornerstone of the Indian culture. She said the public consciousness of India vibrates in Sanskrit language. In his address, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said the government is taking many significant initiatives for promotion of Sanskrit language. News Services Division of Akashwani invites applications from experienced candidates to be engaged as editorial executives and newsreader-cum-translators on full-time contract basis in its various regional news units across the country. Details are available at newsoneir.gov.in/vacancies. The last date of receiving applications is 19th of March. On to sports. In men's cricket, England were 194 for 8 at tea against India in the first innings of fifth and final test match of the series at Dharamsala. For India, Kuldeep Yadav struck a fifer, making visitors lose 8 wickets in quick succession in first 2 sessions of the day's play. Earlier, England skipper Ben Stokes won the toss and chose to bat first. The hosts have already won the series, taking an unassailable lead of 3-1. Veteran Indian spinner Ravichandran Ashwin and star England batter Johnny Bairstow are appearing for the 100th time in the test matches. In Women's Premier League cricket, UP Warriors will take on Mumbai Indians at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Last night, Gujarat Giants registered their first win after 4 defeats, beating Royal Challengers Bangalore by 19 runs. In French Open Badminton, Indian shuttlers will be playing their pre-quarterfinal matches in Paris today. In women's singles, 2-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu will take on Bei Wen Zhang of the United States. In men's singles, Kidambi Srikanth will take on Lu Guangzhou of China in round of 16. Lakshya Sen will lock horns with Li Shifeng of China. The India Meteorological Department has predicted moderate rainfall and snowfall over Arunachal Pradesh and parts of western Himalayan region for today. It said isolated to scattered light rainfall and snowfall is very likely over Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit, Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Under its influence, rainfall is likely over the parts of North India from Sunday till Tuesday. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches several development projects worth over 6,400 crore rupees from Srinagar. Asserts development of Jammu and Kashmir is top priority of the government. India and US call for bringing perpetrators of 2611 and Pathankot terrorist attacks to justice. Delhi court summons Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on 16th of March in alleged Delhi liquor policy money laundering case. In WPL Cricket, UP Warriors to take on Mumbai Indians in Delhi this evening, and in French Open Badminton, Indian shuttlers to play pre-quarterfinal matches in Paris today. And with that, we end the midday news.